honestly didn't expect this day to end the way it did. If you work full-time but refuse to put your travel dreams on hold, this channel is for you. Have you ever missed your flight for reasons beyond your control? This was me on the day I missed my flight, and it wasn't even my fault. The positive thing about this day was that I wasn't traveling alone. I was traveling with my colleague, so it made it easier because I had company and somebody to share my pain with. After we had settled the flight rescheduling and all of that, we decided to go get food at a nearby fast food joint called Item 7. Can you believe that this is a zebra crossing and the cars keep moving like they are not seeing a pedestrian trying to cross? And this is not even like a major road. This is literally inside the airport compound. We got there, our orders got mixed up and we had to wait for them to give us the correct order. At this point, the rain had stopped, but it was still drizzling a bit. I'll let you know all about this rain later on in the video. With nothing much to do, I decided to tour the airport a bit, see if there is any new thing, and then I came across these Jack cars. It's a Japanese brand of cars and I've been seeing a lot of them on the streets, and they actually look pretty decent, so I decided to stop by one of them to check out the features of the car and speak with the attendant. So I actually wanted to know about the car. I wasn't just looking around because my car has been giving me some issues and I know it's overdue for changing. Even my husband has said so severally, but I'm kind of attached to that car. So I used this opportunity to even get to know what the cost of cars are like out there, especially these Chinese cars that are quite popular on the streets now.
So this was supposed to be a fun reunion trip, going to our Abuja branch, seeing my colleagues that I left in Abuja, seeing my family I left in Abuja and everything. But it's been a hell of a week for me to start with, and then today did not disappoint because it was just a lot. A lot happened this morning and we missed our flights. And with my colleague, Dr. Ruki, so I feel better, at least I'm not alone. We missed our flight and I'll probably do another video to let you know what truly happened today. But my mood is all over the place. I was really going to vlog this trip, like vlog everything, you know, but my mood is all over the place, so I can't get into all that. So we've been able to reschedule our flight to 7 p.m. The flight was supposed to be for 11 a.m. and the only one that made sense financially was the one for 7 p.m. So that's the one we are going to be going with, but we'll just find something to do with ourselves till then. Finally, this is almost 8 p.m. after they delayed the flight by 40 minutes.
It was a small aircraft as expected. There were 4 seats per row, 2 on either side of the aisle. I'm yet to see any Ibom Air flights that had bigger planes. The aircrafts are usually the same size. For the in-flight refreshment, they gave us a pack of plantain chips, cake, a small fruit juice. This particular one was Chivita Orange Safari, and then a small bottle of water, 300 ml. So you remember when I complained about getting just a pack of dried fruits for similar flight time from Lagos to Accra? This is what I meant. In the local flights, we get more than just a pack of dried fruits. So I expected more from that flight. Okay, I'm not lamenting about that again, but I just needed to highlight that so you see the difference. Even though this is not like a lot, but it's still more than just a pack of dried fruit.
This is to 11 p.m. and we are finally here after this is basically 12 hours. Yeah, it's been 12 hours. 12 hours of torture. But we are here.
spent 12 hours from 11 a.m. or before 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. just to make a 1 hour flight. It's even less than 1 hour. But I am grateful everything turned out fine. In the end, we are here, even though a lot happened. Oh my God, I cannot wait to gist you guys about this trip. Like, you don't even want to know the crazy things that happened. Like, there are some people it will be, they will just turn back and go home. I don't even know how I remained positive and ensured Dr. Ruki remained positive too. So she go with me because we've gone through a lot. But anyways, I will gist you guys all about it later. For now, I am going to sleep. I think I look like my problems, so I'm going to sleep so that I'll look a bit refreshed and relaxed for tomorrow. So I'm not looking like I'm carrying the world's problems under my eyes. So see you guys later. It's time for breakfast. I'm never really the breakfast type, but we came for something, so I can as well maximize everything, and I'm with someone, so it makes it easier. Let's go see what the breakfast looks like. Lighting in this place is so bright, like, and the mirror, oh my God, so clear. I like how they clean up everywhere because it doesn't even have stains. You can see everything on your skin. I think that's the wait for the breakfast. Breakfast this way. Good morning. Yeah, Abuja is such a chill town. Like, people do not get up very early in the morning to be hustling on the road because everywhere is so quiet. If you look down there, I can see just 2 people, and it's been 30 minutes or more. No, almost an hour since breakfast started. Hello, good morning. Yeah, I was correct. 3 people. We are so chilled in this town. If you're in Lagos, everywhere will be full. You would think it's 12 p.m. See, Ruki is very happy to go and eat. Like, she's happy. Let's see what the options are. I think I'm still so sleepy because I can't really see. Is that pancake or masa? Anyways, masa is made from rice. So let's see. I never really find things to eat during breakfast, so I hope I'm able to find something to eat. I can see fruits. So, good morning. Hi. I didn't ask for your permission, so I wasn't videoing you. Thank you. Okay. I think the spread is nice, at least for what I typically get in Abuja. Okay. Well, I beg to differ, but it's nice. Okay. I heard, can I video you? Okay. So she makes the best omelets. What's your name?
My name is Chef Jennifer.
Okay, so Chef Jennifer makes the best omelette according to fine gentleman over here. Okay, Professor. Yes, so now we get to try it out and see if he's telling us the truth.
And we have selections of items, condiments you want.
Okay.
So you tell me if you want the onion,
Onions, tomatoes,
yellow bell pepper,
Yellow bell pepper.
No, we call it capsicum pepper and the hot chili.
Okay, so this is the green bell pepper, red bell pepper,
And the yellow one and the hot chili.
and the hot chili.
If you want cheese, you can add it if you want cheese.
Okay, that's only on request.
No, it's
Like with cheese. Oh, okay.
it's included in the breakfast.
All right, I'll be back. Thank you. See my videographer over there, and she has left me to complete my video by myself. Let's see what she picked. Of course,
I'm an English babe.
so I think I'm going to eat the steamed rice and the chicken sauce.
We can eat these.
Yeah, we can now, because I don't know how you want to eat your boiled plantain, so I think I'm just going to eat that
With that chicken sauce.
with the chicken sauce.
Bang.
Yeah,
I'm done.
okay. Happy. Just broccoli is not for me, so let's go pick the food. I would have gone for, see plate here now. You made me carry plate all the way from there. So I'm going for steamed rice and chicken sauce because I don't understand the English breakfast Ruki is speaking. I'm Nigerian, so we do it this way. And besides, I don't think we ate enough food yesterday with the day we had. So it only feels natural to start the day with food today. It's small. I think I'm done. There is nothing more here. This is egg sauce, boiled plantain, yamarita, sunshine potatoes. So oops. Seems nobody has taken anything from this particular spread. I usually just highlight, what people have, so it's not. Anyways, so apparently videos are not allowed here, but I already made the video, so now you guys actually know, in case you ever come here and you want to make videos, please take permission. Let me be as happy as Ruki with food. Breakfast is served, guys. Come and join me. As you can see, I'm smiling this morning. I'm happier. 𝐒𝐨𝐽 air is not frustrating me. So let's eat. So this is a closer look at what I picked. The chair is actually quite comfy. This is like one of the best seats I've used in a while, especially for a dining area. So that's impressive. And I'm also happy I got something I could eat at their breakfast, because like in my previous videos, I always complain about not having enough options during breakfast. So this is also a good thing for this place. Let's start with the grapes. Seedless. It's okay. It's not very sweet, but it's not slapping too much. I'll take it. Okay, actually it's slapping. But it's not the very sweet grape, but it's okay. Let's try this. The chicken is nice. So yeah, overall,
the food is nice overall. Steamed rice is steamed rice, so I don't really have anything to say. With the sauce, it makes it taste nice. So I'm just going to enjoy my food, and I'll see you guys later because the makeup artist that is going to do our makeup is already here. So I need to hurry. Later.
Come with me, guys, to attend Masters of Beauty, the second edition happening in Abuja today. Today is what? May 22nd, May 23rd. So the first edition happened last year, but unfortunately we weren't able to attend because we were in Lagos. But this year, they said you all have to assemble in Abuja, and they ensured that they made everybody comfortable and set up everything. A lot went into this, guys, a lot of preparation just so we would all be here. This is why I didn't let all the things that happened with the airport, deter me from making this trip. So I'm here, we are here, and we'll be going to attend the event. But first things first, we have to glam up. I'm just going to start the makeup now, and I'll show you what I look like afterwards. I'm very particular when it comes to my makeup because my skin is relatively clear and smooth. Forget about this particular week, it was going through a lot this week. I was breaking out, but on a normal day my skin is usually glassy, so even the slightest makeup always looks kind of heavy on me. So I hadn't used this makeup artist before, and I must have tortured her a bit because I had to go over, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. And I always use my own products. I am Team MAC. I've used MAC products since 2008, and I always use my own products to avoid any irritations and all of that. And she actually delivered because in the end the makeup was given. This particular makeup cost us 40,000 naira per person. So I'm going for the event with bag. I'm going to surprise my family after the event. So I'm carrying stuff I want to give them. Nothing to see here, just me showing off my catwalk skills. In case you didn't know, I actually used to be a fashion and runway model 17 years ago. Because we were fashionably late, we needed to get there on time, so we took Bolt. We couldn't wait for the driver that was coming to pick us. On getting there, Joy, one of the protocol officers and also one of my former co-workers from the Abuja branch, met with us and took us to the event. 2 or 3 speakers already did their speech before we came, but luckily I got in before Dr. B started her own speech, and her speech was quite enlightening.
I understand it, and I don't understand why when we talk about skin of color, I said to someone when I was in Germany in February, I said, if you come to Nigeria, we'll tell you about skin of color, because we are doing the work. What they discredited us for was lack of research. We're not writing enough papers, and that's something that I'm going to speak here.
After a couple of speeches, there was time to network, walk around, visit the booths for the sponsors, and I walked over to Skinctivity Skincare to greet some of the people I know. I met Mr. George, who is our cosmetic scientist, Abigail, who is our Skinctivity Skincare rep, and other people that I knew their names, but I never met them in person because they joined the group after I already left for Lagos. It felt really nice to, put a face to the names and just interact with everyone. I also walked over to the Uno Health Group stand. Uno Health Group is our institute for training doctors, nurses, dentists who want to go into aesthetic medicine in Nigeria, and our marketing team was responsible for the booth. So it felt nice to also interact with them in person because I also knew them just online. They also joined, this particular group joined after I already left for Lagos 2 years ago. It was just nice catching up with everyone. They even made me dance with them. After greeting everyone that I knew at the booth, I went back to take some pictures with some other members of staff, with my boss, and also pictures of myself. Then Dr. Ruki made me do some dance while taking the pictures, and after that I was also dead to go down when Flavor's song came on. and I had to go down, more like shake my bones till I got to the floor. In between the speeches, there were games as well.
Face your partner. Your partner is going to judge how well you're doing. Are you facing your partner? Okay. Beauty. Masters of beauty. Beauty of masters. Beauty masters. Masters of beauty. Did your partner get it? We'll take it back to now. Okay, hold on.
So it was getting late, it was already past 6 p.m. The event hadn't ended, but a lot of the people who were giving speeches already did their speech, but I had to leave to go see my family before it gets really late. And this is just what Abuja looks like. I really wanted to show you more of Abuja, but because I didn't make the flight early, I didn't get in on time, I didn't really get to go around. So this is the National Mosque from afar. It's a popular tourist site for people visiting Abuja for the first time. I haven't actually been inside there before, despite living in Abuja for a long time. But yes, a lot of tourists come and they visit the mosque. So Abuja is super clean, wide, with a lot of greenery. You barely see a lot of traffic within the town like this. Most roads are usually free, especially by this time of the day. And I really miss this town. This was just the drive to my area. This was my everyday road to work when I was living in Abuja. At least in the last 1 year before I left, we had moved from Maitama to this part of Wuse. So I only lived here for about a year plus. But I really do miss this area, and a lot had changed. I just noticed some new structures that were not there 2 years ago. Well, maybe the structures were there, but the businesses weren't there 2 years ago. So I actually did miss some things, but other than that, the area looked just like I remember. After I spent some time with my family, they dropped me off. They took me back to the hotel, and I felt really fulfilled because I got to see them, even though I didn't get to walk around or visit other places in Abuja. Now I understand why people travel for work and say they don't do anything. I just came back to my room to a nice surprise from the hotel. It says, "Dear 𝐒𝐞𝐿. Well, 𝐒𝐞𝐿 is my middle name, so still my name. Welcome to Bon Hotel Octagon. We are honored to have you as our guest, and we wish you a truly relaxing stay. Our team is at your service should you require any assistance. We hope your time with us is both comfortable and memorable. Regards, Peter." So let's see what we have here. The Vina sparkling red grape drink. Cookies or biscuits. Cookies and biscuits. Nice. Such a nice gesture. So the event is over. Finally. And I'm in a better mood. I just saw my family. And just before I take off this clothes, let me just tell you about yesterday and the flight and everything that happened as I promised. So after work on Thursday, I had been struggling with my car, so I was already having a bad week because I was just praying for my car to just get me home on Thursday so that while I'm away, it can be fixed, since I don't really have time during the day to fix the car. And fast forward to Friday morning, time to go to the airport. I had already planned to use my husband's car to get to the airport, one of his cars, to get to the airport. It started raining by 3 a.m. like heavy rain, non-stop from 3 a.m. Everywhere was flooded, and then one of his tires was flat. This is a car that he drove back the previous night, so it was still in good shape. There was nothing wrong. That was the car I was supposed to use to get to the airport, and the tire was completely flat, like something had slashed it or something that bad that you can't even move it to go to where it will get pumped. And in that heavy rain, because I needed to get to the airport, they had to go find someone who could, the people who fix tires, and they managed to salvage it to take it to their own place of work. And this tire had to be changed completely. It wasn't even something that had to do with just pumping the tire and then you move. So all of this took some time with the rain and everything. It was just messy, and all of that delayed me. I left the house quite late because of that. Not quite late per se, but not the time I had planned. Then with the flood, you can't even move quicker. As somebody that is already running late, perhaps if you move a bit faster, you get to the airport on time. And if you know Lagos, you know that once it's raining, just consider your day finished. You have to deal with flood. You would have to deal with a lot of slow movement, poor visibility, and all of that. So that further delayed me. And by the time we got to the airport area, there was also a bit of traffic getting in there. And my colleague too was running late from where she was coming from, traffic. And we got there 15 minutes to the takeoff time. This was 𝐒𝐨𝐜 Air from Lagos to Abuja for 11 a.m. And when it's raining like that, you would also expect that there might be some delays, but for the first time, there were no delays. Then they told us they have closed their counter and there's nothing else they could do. They won't let us board. So we begged and said, okay, we had checked in online. Can't we just, run to the place and still meet up, because there was still 15 minutes before takeoff and we are literally just in the building. The plane was not far. And they refused. They said the only option was for us to go reschedule the flight to a later time, and they had this 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. flights. So we got to the counter, or the ticketing office rather, and then the only one they have for the 3 p.m., which is the next one, was the premium seats only, and that was extra 200 and something thousand. Why would I want to pay double the tickets I was on just to fly? So we asked for the 7 p.m. and then the 7 p.m. was available with extra 40 something thousand, I think 43,000 to top up, and then we could go for the 7 p.m. flight. And that was the only one that made financial sense, because the ticket already was about 200 and something for the flight. So why spend more money? Although the office paid, the organizers already paid for the ticket since it was a work thing, so it's not like it came out of pocket. That was our only choice. So we got all of that settled. It was still raining, and we decided to walk around, eat and all that you already saw. It was just such a long wait time, and the rain didn't make it any better, because even my husband couldn't come on time. By the time he came, it was just more like to see my face and go, because we didn't even do anything. We didn't go anywhere again. So I literally just talked to him in the car and he left. So when it was getting to 3 o'clock, I had actually just realized that, okay, maybe they might have some availability because some people might not show up. And then we went there, we asked them, and they were like, oh, when you rescheduled to 7, you would have come back to the counter. Maybe they will see how they'll put you on the 3 o'clock flight, or maybe they would have been able to help, or no, just some story. Why didn't you say all of this in the beginning? But now we've closed counter, they've closed counter, they won't be able to do anything again. So just wait till 7. Well, we ended up waiting till 7, and then they announced that they have 40 minutes delay. Where was the delay when it was actually raining? Why didn't you delay when it was raining and almost impossible for people to move around? Anyways, this delay was more than 40 minutes because it took so much time before the event. I think it took an extra 20 minutes after the initial 40 minutes. So roughly 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes before we were able to get on the flight. By the time we got to Abuja, it was already, I think it was around past 9 or so. I can't recall. Or yeah, it was around past 9. By the time we got our luggage and everything, it was now to 10. And then we ordered boats. After we ordered the boats, I spoke with the guy. He told me he was close by and everything. You know, he didn't mention anything or say anything or give terms and conditions for this ride. And you know, it was already night. So I was like, okay, drama free, let's go. And we walked to the park where they usually pick up people coming from the airport. And before we could even get to half of the journey, this guy says, okay, we need to buy fuel, do you mind? We said we don't mind. Then he drove to the filling station, now told us to pay him so that he will buy fuel. We haven't even started the journey, like we are still close to the airport. We haven't gone half of the journey. We are still along that road that leads to the airport where they have a filling station, that he needs the money to buy fuel. You can't pay for a service that you haven't even completed, because after he takes the money, he can decide to stop us somewhere on the road and tell us one other story or something and not carry us to where we are going to. I mean, we've seen these things happen. A lot of scams happen with Bolt, Uber and the rest. And we told him the person paying is already at the hotel because it's an office, a work trip. We are not the ones paying. So if you wanted us to pay you, even if it's to pay you something mid-journey, you should have told us this from when I ordered the ride. And his car was also bad. It was jerking a lot. It seems to use AC in the boats these days. You need to collect visa. Nobody turns on their ACs anymore, and they don't even have an option. If you want the cars that will use AC, maybe pay more or something. So I don't even know if there is negotiation, but at least in Accra, when I went to Ghana, I told you, you would select the Comfort Cool or so, and you're sure that you get AC. So it was already a bumpy ride, and then you come asking for money for fuel. We told him we didn't have the money because it's somebody else that is paying. It's work trip. He was just lamenting and trying to emotionally blackmail us, and he now told them to close the tank, now started threatening basically. Oh, the car will not get us there, the car will stop on the road. He was actually talking to me at this point. I'm supposed to be thinking of my safety. Are you not thinking of your own safety if you came out with an empty tank, hoping that the person will pay you before finishing the trip? Nobody does that. If you're going to do a business, you prepare for the business because you know the money comes at the end, not before and not during. So he just drove off. He didn't get the fuel that he was complaining that the car was not going to reach this. He just kept driving and then started singing one very solemn song. One very solemn song. You know how people that are being maltreated behave. It was just a mess. This car eventually got us to the hotel. He got paid, even to tell me or to confirm that he received. He just drove off. Good riddance. So the day was like so dramatic. We were just even asking ourselves, are we even supposed to go? Like with all of these things happening, like, is that not a sign to not go? But you know, when people have put in so much effort, because a lot of effort went into the planning of this event, a lot of resources, a lot of money went into this to ensure that we made it to the event, you know, all expense paid ish. And we can't just say we are not going again because of some difficulties we experienced. So we eventually got here by a few minutes to 11 and settled in, and that was how things turned around. And I feel better now, so I'm able to tell you what happened. I don't intentionally miss or go late to the airport. I actually prefer to be on time and wait than be running around. And I've missed my flight once in Istanbul, and I think that experience was enough for me to know better. But sometimes there are just some situations that are beyond your control, and this is just one of those situations. So tomorrow we would still continue with some office gathering, just some quality control, since we are all coming from different branches, to know and be sure everybody is doing the right thing, and then we'll head to the airport. So I don't know how the day is going to be for now, but we'll still get to tour the facility because it's new. It's not the facility I was working in before I moved to Lagos. They moved to a new location. So I'm actually excited to see the new place because I heard it's bigger. And of course, when somewhere is new, you expect it to be finer. We used to be the finer branch. So let me see the competition now. I don't know if I'm being petty, but yeah, let me see what the new place looks like and to see if it's also worth the hype from the people that have told me that it's nicer or it looks nice. I'll show you tomorrow. For now, I'm going to take off all of this makeup and go to bed. Oh, and I saw my people today. I showed you earlier. I saw my people today, my family. I couldn't record, privacy, and I woke them up too. So they don't need to be in the video. So it was such a lovely reunion because I didn't tell them I was coming. I totally surprised them. Even for the event, we had these banners that you get to put your picture. I will be attending. I didn't post anything because that would give me away. My family follow me on my professional page, so they would definitely see that post and know that I'll be coming to Abuja, and I wanted to surprise them. So it was just so, refreshing, because exactly how I predicted them to react was just what happened, because I lived with them for I think 7 years before I left, so I know them that well. Well, I'm happy. Tomorrow I'll go back to my husband. Till then. So the next morning we went for breakfast, and while they had something I could eat, this breakfast was not as nice as the first one. I took boiled egg, fried plantain, liver sauce and egg sauce. I actually took them half just so I could see which one I liked the most. But unfortunately, they both didn't taste as nice as I was expecting.
So guys, this is my meal of the day. I have no appetite, and yeah.
I couldn't understand the liver sauce. So the liver tasted like liver, obviously, although a couple of them had sand, but that was actually the only thing that made sense in that sauce. The vegetable in it, I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't even place the tastes. Then the yam, obviously white yam, it wasn't dry or hard, but you need to eat it with something to enjoy it. The egg sauce also tasted as though some of the tomatoes were spoiled, so I couldn't enjoy that as well. And the watermelon drink tasted like it was made with bad watermelon, and eventually when I spoke up, they had already taken it off the table because somebody else also complained. While the overall stay in the hotel was pleasant, I didn't really enjoy sleeping in this room because it didn't have the blackout curtains, it had just the blind. And then the air from the AC was always blowing across it, so it was making some sounds. I'm a light sleeper. But one thing I'm even ashamed to tell you, I learned something for the first time. All along, I never knew these hangers could be detached. I always just see them and assume, oh, these are the ones that they don't want you to steal. I never knew they could be detached until I accidentally detached one. And I know I'm not the only one in this. Tell me you also did not know they could be detached. What have I been thinking? Shortly after we returned from breakfast, it was time to head out. Remember, I told you we had some office gathering we were doing in the morning before leaving for the airport. So our flight was booked for 6 p.m. to give us enough time to finish with that and head to the airport without missing our flight. So we headed to the lobby. My plan was to actually go downstairs and show you the rest of the hotel. But on getting there, I met some of the team from AfriMed, the managing partner. He accused me of avoiding him in Lagos, so I couldn't run away this time. And we got talking, and by the time we finished talking, our ride was there, so we couldn't go anywhere else, and I couldn't record or show you other parts of the hotel because we needed to get going. We also finally caught up with Dr. Ronke. Dr. Ronke is our consultant dermatologist in Lagos and the person we were supposed to travel with on the morning we missed our flight. She made the flight while Dr. Ruki and I missed the flight. But because of the time we got in and the next day was the event, and from there I went to see my family, we never really got enough time to, talk. We saw at the event, took pictures, but of course we didn't really talk. The ride to the clinic was pretty seamless because the roads were free. On Sundays, the roads are usually freer than they would be on the normal days, even though when you compare Lagos and Abuja roads are relatively free. And from the exterior, the clinic looked just like I was expecting, bigger than the space I knew. On getting to the clinic, it looked just like I would expect from Skin 101. I mean, we love white, so I already had a picture in my mind that everywhere was going to look white, as we usually have in our clinics. We got to look around, met up with some of the colleagues that were already there, the people who came in earlier than us, those living in Abuja though, and just checked out the procedure rooms and all the other rooms they have. We had a brief tour. While checking out the environment, I saw Dr. Linda and she screamed like we have not seen each other for 100 years and even lifted me up, a whole me. After exchanging pleasantries, she also took me around and showed me some other parts of the clinic before we went for the meeting. And we had our session, everybody got to say what they wanted to say, and then we also had lunch. So now the lunch was from Calabar Port. I don't know if you know or have seen Calabar Port. They are supposed to be one of the big food places, but unfortunately the food was horrible. It tasted stale and some parts tasted spoiled. I couldn't even eat mine, but that small part I ate gave me diarrhea afterwards, so it was just not a good food experience for me in Abuja this period. After that, we were taken to the airport. On the way to the airport, you get to pass Magic Land. Magic Land is one of the old places for fun in Abuja. It used to be called Wonderland, and then it rebranded to Magic Land. So it's an amusement park where families can spend time, kids can go on rides, even adults. Organizations can do their team bonding there as well. Actually, we went there a couple of years back as an organization. There is this popular church called Dunamis that has a yellow building on the way to the airport. It's called the Glory Dome. Another feature of Abuja, besides the good roads, wide roads, greenery, is the rock formations. You see different rock formations around the city, especially when you're moving away from the city center towards the outskirts, towards the airport and other parts of Abuja. You get to see lots of rock formations. One thing I appreciate about using the Abuja airport is that you can actually calculate how long it will take you to get to the airport, and plus or minus you'll actually get there around that time, because there is usually not a lot of traffic. There could be some slow movements during the rush hours towards the entrance of the airport, but you can still get there in time. And one thing you'll notice on the airport road is that you're not seeing the road safety and other people that harass travelers on their way to the airport like you would see at the Lagos airport. It's quite annoying because somebody is rushing to catch up their flight and you're stopping them just before the entrance, the gate of the airport. It doesn't make any sense to me really, because that's not the best place to be stopping people. Most people coming in there are rushing. You can set up sensors and other things for explosives and all of that. That's different from stopping people, asking them for their papers when you can clearly see that they are rushing to meet up with their flight. Check-in was smooth as expected, but the flight was delayed for 40 minutes. Can you imagine that they delayed the flight when there was no rain, both in Lagos and in Abuja? But then on the morning it was raining cats and dogs, that everybody expected them to have a bit of delay. They didn't delay. For this return trip, the in-flight refreshment was burger peanuts, not plantain chips now, then a piece of cake as well, the Chivita drink, fruit juice, and the 300 ml water. There was a bit of turbulence in flight, but nothing too significant, and in no time we were back in Lagos. Hope you enjoyed the vlog, even though I didn't get to show you a lot of Abuja. Let me know what you think in the comments. Till next time, see you in my next video. Bye.